My name is Sir Muscles, and this is how to clutch on attack. Okay, so here I am on Consulate, and the first thing you're gonna want to do is to choose where you're pushing from if you're in a clutch situation. Now, ideally you could get in a spot like admin office if I'm attacking the top floor, because if I could get in here, I'm not gonna have to worry about my flank, except the only thing I'll have to worry about is rappelling up here and trying to take control by myself, because you're gonna have to worry about runouts, and it might be difficult to take admin control from these windows, but you could go up the Visa stairs if you're confident, or spiral. But if you can't get in a place like this comfortably or safely, you're going to want to set up a flank drone, and you can have your teammates watch that. If you are with randoms, you're solo queuing, you can always just tell them in game chat, hey, watch my flank drone. At the very minimum, I'm sure they'll spam ping anyone who comes by that drone. Because if you have like a drone down here, it's gonna show all of Visa. It's gonna show these stairs. Anyway, and if you have a drone like under this table, it'll show people coming through long desk. It'll show people coming through Visa, going into copy, going through this doorway, trying to get into admin. You know, so just flank drones are really powerful in this situation. Although you might want like to use a drone to drone out. You can face check people. It's not a bad idea sometimes, but generally there's people gonna be holding long angles that are tricky. So you're gonna have to really pre-fire everything as I described in my other video, which by the way I'll link in the description below if you're interested in watching how to clutch on defense. But yeah, anyway, just pre-fire everything, peek everything. Make sure that you're really just checking everything that the defenders could be at, because if you don't, you're probably gonna get shot. And pay extra attention for like punch holes, bolt holes, and all that. Although, by pre-fire, some people might pre-fire too much. Like some people will load a whole mag into a pre-fire, and that's just not good. All right, because you're just gonna lose your ammo, and people aren't gonna peek, you know, bullets. Like if bullets are whizzing by me, I'm not gonna peek it, right? I mean, some people do, and it's questionable that they do that, but generally speaking, any good player's not going to do that. If you have any utility, like if you're Buck or Ash or Zofia, you can make lines of sight. That can be pretty powerful, because if people hear you mucking around over here, they're probably going to peek you. Probably it'll be someone. And especially if you're like at the beginning of your clutch, people become kill hungry rats, so they're especially likely to peek you. But don't hold angles too long, right? Because if I'm holding this angle, I mean, I might, if I don't have a flank drone set up, someone might come through this doorway, they might go through copy, and I might get flanked from going around admin. So you really can't focus on individual people as much. You have to really just kind of go and land your shots. So unless you're really playing like at the top of your game, clutching is going to be very difficult. You know, a nice thing is you don't have to worry about windows, so as you're kind of moving through sight, you can just, you have like a lot less to check. Now, last thing I want to say is if it does come into like last 15 to 30 seconds and you have to plant, you have a couple options here. You can go for the kill, and if it's like 15 seconds left and you have the intel, go for the kill always. If you're in like a safe spot, like say this is safe, you feel good right here, you can do a fake plant and just pre-fire anyone who's trying to come up on you, but they might do this thing where they like run up and then try and make you get off the plant and then back up so that you can't see them, but you think they're like closer than they are. So they might do that to waste your time. So watch out for that. And also if people crouch walk up, it's not always the easiest to hear them as they're coming close, unless you're really like, you know, moving a lot with the leans or whatever. But yeah, you just really need to be super attentive. And if you have 30 seconds or more, usually you can stick a plant or go for a plant and listen for someone who's going to push you and just pre-fire and try and finish the kill. And actually I do have one more thing to say. really just stay calm. I said this in my other video, but you don't really have much to worry about. You're not supposed to win these. Clutches are not meant to be yours. They're supposed to be the other team's. So if you fail, even if it's a 1v1, no one can really be mad at you. I mean, you had a valiant effort. You did well, and just have fun with it, because I mean, clutches are fun. It's tough situations and they push you to your limit, and they're good learning experiences too. So just have fun and just do your best. If you don't clutch it, that's alright. You've always got many opportunities to clutch up. But if you learned something, give the video a like. Toodles!